What is the one thing that you need in order to develop a plan to grow a business so that you can achieve your goals and dreams? This is episode 106, Vision on Empower Your Pattern.
Scott?
Don't you just love commercials?
Bluehost can help turn your business.
This podcast is for those who desire more, who desire to enjoy an extraordinary life. In this podcast, I give you the spiritual and temporal tips to help you overcome the adversities in everyday life. Okay, it is now November 2014, and we are wrapping up in Mrs. Barron's Management Concepts and Organization Theory. And I didn't know until about a month later that I would be taking another class with her the following semester called Business Communications. And that course has put me in good stead. But anyway, I digress. In her course, one of the requirements she had is that we write a term paper about 2 leaders in our respective fields. Of course, me wanting to be a motivational speaker, and she knew, and she pegged it out right. She knew that it was a great fit for me. And so I picked Del Toro McNeil II, which he has written a book for people desiring to be professional speakers called Platinum Presentations. Another book called Caught Between a Dream and a Job. And that's where I got the bulk of my sources about Del Toro McNeil II. And I wrote my book about John C. Maxwell, my paper rather, about John C. Maxwell and Del Toro McNeil II. And the good thing about Mrs. Barron is that she wanted to see the paper in parts before she saw the whole of it. And so it really gave me a chance to flesh out my paper. Vision. This is something that I should have put at some point in my book, The Winning Personality, a Values-Based Approach to Entrepreneurship in This Economy, particularly in chapter 6 on faith. I think that having faith in something beyond yourself, which for me it's God. You ask my mama. And speaking of which, I will give you a little hint, little treat at the end of this episode. Now, what is something that you can do tangible that can help remind you daily or as often as you look at it of your goals and dreams and how you can bring them to fruition? Now, lots of people have a physical vision board, and I'm not opposed to that, but I think because of my visual impairment, it's just as easy to get pictures off the internet and slap them together with a word processor. I'll give you 6 of my vision goals for 2021. One of them was a chance to have a personal development speech in 2021. Number 2, and this is if I'm able to, because of health constraints due to my birth defects, be able to travel and speak in Rome, Italy. Another one, a speech in Baltimore, Maryland. Maybe with the National Federation of the Blind, I don't know. A 4th one, be able to travel to Washington, D.C. to lobby for some of the causes that I believe in. I mean, after all, I do have a bachelor's degree in political science. Another one I have, and I just put it on there this year, is my dream home in Ponderosa in the Middle Odessa area. And so that's another one is, of course, some of you would have to drive it for me, is the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. A very close second would be a Lincoln Navigator. And if it's a Lincoln Navigator, I have to give it to Mama to drive. But anyway, you need to have a vision in order to bring your goals and dreams to fruition. You really do. And having that vision is where the meat and potatoes of Empower Your Pattern 2.0 really is. I mean, this is your launching pad. And this is your launching pad for the winning pattern. Because this is going to be interesting, guys, okay? This is where it builds into some down-home lessons. I'm telling you right now, we're leaving, for a while, the business lessons. We're leaving the business lessons to go ahead and have, for a few days, some down-home lessons. So, I hope you're ready. We hope that you enjoyed this podcast. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe to us. We would love to have you a part of the Empower Your Pattern community.